Hey everyone, happy Friday afternoon. This is Callie Teegardin coming live out of my home office in Sugar Land, Texas. Earlier this week, I went live, I believe it was Monday, talking about Is Your Good Life, getting away in your great life, and sharing my story around that. And today I wanted to share lesson number one. One of the things I promised you when I did that live is that I'm going to share with you some of the lessons that I've learned throughout my life on moving from this concept of a good life to the great life of becoming who I really need to be. And as I mentioned, my purpose is really to inspire and mentor people to help and find their great life. So I've gone through all the different things that I realize that I have done to move from one place to another place. Some of them will be really interconnected, and probably there's going to be more as I build. So over the next several weeks, I'm going to be sharing some different concepts with you on moving from your good life to your great life. So concept number one, or lesson number one, is believe in yourself, right? If I had to pick one that was the most important, it is to believe in yourself. Hold on. You gotta love lives, right? Did not expect that cough. But you got to believe in yourself, right? That is so important. There's going to be so many times in your life that other people won't believe in you, or they'll make you doubt you. And I don't always think they do it on purpose. I think sometimes they do it to protect us, right? Maybe in times it's on purpose, other times it's to protect us. Sometimes people will try to get us to change just because it serves them and their purpose more. And the most important thing you can do is believe in yourself and stay true to who you are and your mission. Don't doubt yourself, right? We all doubt ourselves. And I know that's really in tune to doubt ourselves. There's been things like we felt like we're not enough, or we're not pretty enough, smart enough, thin enough, anything enough. And so it creates doubt, and we have this chatter in our head. And so, I'm going to give you some ideas on how to work through some of these things, but that belief in yourself is so important. And I was thinking about some of the times when people have tried to create doubt in me, and some of them were really they came from a place of love, or they came from a place of the person being older, or a boss, or someone, a mentor, not really a mentor, but someone in a place of maybe authority in my life. And they were trying to do what they thought was the right thing for me. I remember back in my corporate days, I had started in the network marketing profession, and I had talked to some coworkers about it, right? I was excited about what I was doing, and one of them told my boss, and I remember my boss shutting the door and invited me into his office. We kind of shared an office, but shut the door and sat me down and said, I know you're doing this business, and I want you to know these things, they never work. Right? And you've got a great job here, and I don't want you to put that in jeopardy. You're doing really well for the company, and again, these businesses don't work. And I know that from his standpoint, he was coming from a place as my boss, didn't want me to get in trouble, didn't want me to get fired. But the one thing is, I knew what I had in my hands, and I believed in it, right? I believed in myself in this opportunity. So I took his advice, but I really didn't take it, right? I understood what he was saying, but I had to make a decision, and that decision was to continue to build my business. And had I listened to him that day, and what was really supposed to be good advice, and I know in his mind he was giving me what he believed was the best advice for my future, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this live for you today, right? I'd probably still be in the corporate world. And sometimes you have to believe in yourself more than what others believe for you. And And that's the first part of moving from a good life to a great life, is believing in yourself, believing in your dreams. Even when other people doubt what you're doing, if you know it's right for you in your heart of hearts, you gotta go for it, right? I don't want you to look back at the end of your life one day and say, I regret I didn't go for it because I listened to Tom, Bob, Mary, and Amy, and they said I shouldn't do it, right? You know what's best for your life. Is it gonna be rocky? Of course. I believe that anytime when we're making big changes, turbulence shows up in our life, because turbulence, and one of my great mentors, Jordan Adler, has taught me that. He was a hang glider. And when you go hang gliding, to get the lift, you need to find the turbulent air. Well, in your life, to get the lift, you got to go through turbulence. In your life, your subconscious mind is fighting you and saying, do you really want to go? Do you really want this? Prove it to me. So you are going to have people that believe they're in your best interest, doubting what you're doing, and know that's a natural part of life, but believe in you, because you are the one person that knows what is best for you more than anyone else. Another example, some of the people closest to me when I got involved into this profession would say to me, Callie, you're a Notre Dame grad. Why are you doing network marketing? You're throwing away your education, right? And that was one of the things, I will tell you, it took me years in this business to be able to say, I'm a network marketer and I'm a Notre Dame grad. And you'll see my diploma. Oh, over there. I'm very happy to say that now, but it took, right? Because that was my core of my belief. I did have belief issues within this profession. And so when they said that to me, it made me doubt. And I stopped believing that this could be my dream, right? And I had to work through this. Again, their best intention, their best interest, they wanted the best for me. But I knew what was best for me. And through this process, there were times that I had lost belief. And sometimes I think people, I don't know if it's intentional, but I think sometimes people want us to mold into a certain way, right? We might be changing, we might be growing, and they push us into a certain way and they tell us things, right? And they make us doubt ourselves. And that's never good. It happens. We probably have all had someone very close to us that have made us doubt ourselves. And you have to go through life and figure out. I remember in my life, when I was still married, I had come to a crossroads. And I wasn't happy in that marriage, but I, over time, had been led to believe I could not do it myself. And I look back today to that thought and said, who was that girl? She was not the girl I grew up. Because if you know me growing up, right, I was unstoppable. I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted, and I went for it. I remember in college, I was sitting at senior bar telling these guys I was going to make six figures. I was 22. I hadn't graduated. I was going to make six figures by the time, I think it was 30 or 25. Anyway, I didn't hit, it must have been 25. I didn't hit 25, but I got it before I was 30. And so I was very determined. But in my 30s, I lost some of that because I stopped believing in myself. I thought I was not enough, right? I thought that I had to do things and show things and be better. And I got to the point in my life where I didn't believe I could do it on my own. I had this really good life. I was traveling, I was going places, I was married, I had a big house, and I was miserable. And I had a saying on my desk that said, is your good life getting in the way of your great life? And I, as I mentioned the other day, thought the great life was a bigger house, a bigger car, and I didn't think I could do it on my own. I had gotten so far into myself, and it took me another 2 years to be able to realize that to become my great life, I needed to make a huge change, right? And so if you've been there, if you're there now, there is hope. For those of you that have been there and are on the other side, you know what you went through. For those of you that maybe experience some of that now, maybe you've got doubt, maybe you don't believe in yourself as much as possible, I'm going to give you a few things that have helped me. Again, this is my experience, what's helped me, but if I can give you one thing that may help you in your life, that's what I'm here for. That's my purpose. So one of the things is if you're at this crossroads where you don't know if you can do it, or you've got so much doubt and you know you need to move to another thing. And again, it took me 2 years. One is start getting into personal development, right? Reading books, autobiographies, biographies, personal development books. I'm a big reader now. I didn't used to be. I knew it was important. And if you're not a reader, right, there's audiobooks. Listen to something, right? Get your mindset into a different. Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, all kinds of different books and authors out there, right, that can help you with this mindset. One that's huge, right? It just starts changing who you are. Second, find mentors, find people in your life that believe in you, and spend more time with them. Spend less time with the people that are doubting. And yes, I know sometimes they're family, they may be a spouse, but how can you spend more time with people that believe in you? And for one of the things for me, was send out cards, right? My business was a great place. I was able to go to events, spend time with really positive people that helped me believe in myself again, see the greatness within that I could no longer see. And I started building that business, right? That was about the time where I really got excited about my business. I made my first major promotion, and that was a huge step of confidence, right? So find something, find a goal that you can go after that you're excited about, right? And it can be little things that you accomplish. Set a goal. It doesn't have to be huge. It could even be, you know what, you want to start working out so you make it to the gym 5 times, right? That will build your confidence. Do those things that help you build your confidence and believe in yourself again, right? Believe in yourself more. So do the personal development. Find the mentors or the people that you can spend more time with. Every little accomplishment, celebrate it, right? Celebrate the victories. Start marking them up, right? To help you with this whole belief in yourself again. And yes, I know that takes work, but if you're at this crossroads, do you want to stay there in your good life, or do you want to bounce into that great life? And it's not going to happen overnight. It takes work, but I'm here to tell you it's worth it. It's worth more than anything I've ever done. So I would love to continue this conversation with you guys. Feel free to comment in the notes. Thanks for taking a look. And if you want to start a conversation offline, you've got some questions, I will share with you what I have. I'm just sharing in my experience. Send me a private message. Let's chat. And for those of you that are maybe looking for something new, I posted on, I think it was Monday, if you scroll down my wall, about some of you may be looking for a business, you don't know how to get started. I believe in people starting their own business to the point where I'm giving away a book called The 4-Year Career for Women. Go find that post. I still have, I believe, 6 books to give away. I've given away 4. There's no obligation. Just say yes. And 6 more lucky winners are going to win that book, because I believe in personal development. I believe in putting tools in your hand. And again, anything I can do to help you, I'm here to do that. So thanks for being on. Watch next week. We'll have lesson 2. Don't know exactly what day, but I will come live. So enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Bye now.